Hello ladies and lads, this is Civic Dude and welcome back to Minecraft, playing Hypermine, Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. This is episode 3 and we're doing some stuff today, and I want to get right into it, guys. Last episode we took a trip to the overworld to find a meteor. We finally found one. It took us forever, but that's okay, it's worth the wait. We got all of this skystone from that little adventure, and let's see if we can just deposit some of this. Got all that skystone back, and it was in part thanks to some help from Dolan. He was a very big help in that, because that stuff would have taken forever to mine by myself, because I don't have tools that are of good enough quality to mine that stuff really quickly. So thank you very much, Dolan, for that help. That was much appreciated. And yes, if you don't know about Dolan, go check out his channel. His link, as well as links to the other Hyperminers, are below in the description, of course. Now, today I wanted to get into some Tier 1 Applied Energistics stuff. Now, from the last episode, you'll remember we recovered one of these presses, specifically this silicon press. We may or may not get to use that today. I've been doing some reading up on Applied Energistics in general, because I am fairly unfamiliar with AE2. I was more familiar with Applied Energistics 1, the first iteration of this mod. And they've added a lot of different things since that first iteration, that first go-around. So this time, let's see if we can just start cooking up some sand into glass. That's always good. This time, what we're going to do, and we can start making sand out of that. Perfect. We're going to look at Tier 1 stuff, and I've been doing some reading, and let's just take out a bunch of the inventory that we have here. I'm going to try and clean up. Oh, let's just do this. Let's make a chest or two. I want to get rid of some of my inventory really badly. Alright, let's see here. Okay, inventory. Go away. Go away, go away, go away. We're going to keep all of the quartz out, and we're going to keep the press just in case. We shouldn't need that guy. Shouldn't need that guy. Okay, so we've got quartz. Let's find quartz now. Okay, so let's just grab a stack of regular quartz. We have 2 of these charged quartz, which are way more rare than the regular quartz. And from what I understand, oh, actually I need the sand that I'm making. Let's take half of that stack. Okay, now, everything spawns in AE2 around the different types of quartz. So there's 3 kinds. There's the regular Certus quartz, there's charged Certus quartz, and then there's, of course, the nether quartz. And apparently, you can take each of these quartz, combine it with sand. Is it 1 or 2 sand, or maybe two dust? Nope. How does this work? Read. How does this work? Reading, guys. Reading. Okay. I just saw this. 1. Oh, gotta use the dust, of course. Right. So, let's do this. Let's go. We're gonna borrow the pulverizer. We're gonna throw nether quartz and get one of those. Certus quartz, get one of those. There we go. Okay, now, with the dust, we combine it with sand. We get 2 of these seeds. This item won't despawn. Now, let's do that same thing with the Certus quartz. Okay. And then I think we can also do it with, what is this? With the Fluix? Yeah, the Fluix dust. So, let's go ahead and pulverize that one as well. This is all new for me, so I've never done this before, so I'm kind of learning on camera, which is never really advisable, but hopefully you guys bear with me. Okay, now, combine that with sand. Okay, now there's these 3 kinds of seeds. Certus quartz, nether quartz, and Fluix. None of them despawn, and they all, I think you can place all of them in water. Let's see, placed in water grow into the respective crystal types. You get 2 seeds or 2 crystals per 1 seed, so you basically double your crystals. And so let's just go ahead and throw 2 of these in here. Oh, I'm throwing 4. Okay, so there's 4 in there now, and we're just going to wait and see what happens over time. Now, a that apparently takes a while to do that. But what we can do is apply something called a crystal growth accelerator around these guys to make it go faster. So let's see, we would need, wow, drop a fluix seed made from fluix, dust, and sand into a puddle of water to make the process faster. Okay, so I could do 9 of those, or 4 of these, which I don't think I can do too many because I've only got, I need the charged Certus quartz for that second method to make the fluix crystal. Okay, so we're going to have to take our time and get some of these guys built up before we can actually make one of these fluix crystal or crystal growth accelerators. But the idea is that you put 4 of these around a single block of water, and you can make the process go faster, essentially. So yeah, that's tier 1. That's basically tier 1. And once you do that, then you give yourself the supplies. Okay, so let's see here. Oh man, it's going to take a long time. So okay, so let's see if we can't speed this up. Let's do this. Let's see. How do we make the? Okay, we're going to make some of this stuff. Drop a fluix seed into a Okay, so let's do that. Let's drop the fluix seeds in there. Let those do their thing. Okay, so they're doing their thing. Now, go back here. No, crystal growth. Okay. Drop a fluix seed. Yes. Yes, we figured that part out. Now, to make the fluix seeds, let's see, which one was that one? Makes the fluix dust. Okay, so we need fluix dust. Fluix. Oops, that's fluix. I need fluix dust. That comes from the fluix crystal. Only the fluix crystal, which comes from drop 1 charged Certus quartz and 1 nether quartz and a redstone. Okay, so yes, I can make 2 of those. 2, and then let's get redstone. Redstone! There we go. Okay, now I think to make this easier, I'm going to make a second puddle of water. So let me go make some water real quick. And this is all me learning how to do this. Like I said, I've watched a few people every now and then do this, but never like end-to-end process. So I really have no idea what I'm doing. Kind of just reading a Wikipedia post on this at the moment, which is fun. I've been meaning to learn how to do this mod for months, really, ever since it came out, and I just never had put in the time for it. So you guys get to see all of the blunders as they happen. Okay, now let's go ahead and we're going to put, let's see here real quick. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna be upfront and honest with you guys. The time between the last clip and this clip, it's been a few days. I got distracted. I had to go leave the recording at that point whenever we were dropping the quartz and stuff into the water and doing things, and I had to take a few days break from recording because I have not had a chance to re-record since then. So we're just going to kind of pick back up where we were. Some things have happened since then. I had a visitor, Critical Error X came in. Crit came by and, I don't know, I guess he just bombed me or whatever, but he didn't really do anything. So, haha, I get the joke. No. Let's see. Valentine came by and decorated our place for Christmas, so thank you. Feeling very festive now. Let's see. We've built the rest of these crystal growth accelerators. I don't think I had any of those in the first clip. These things, by the way, are amazing. They make the time to make these crystals grow from seeds into pure crystals. It just reduces it by a fraction. So it's down from, it basically is about 15% of the time. that it used to take without these things. So it's awesome. And basically, you send in RF energy into this energy acceptor, and then you use glass cable to feed the power back into these crystal growth accelerators, and then they do their thing. And it's really cool. Really easy that way. I've done some rearranging. We're going to go look at that stuff in a little bit. Done some rearranging that we'll look at in the next episode or two. Preview there. Let's see. So, yes, once you get the crystal growth accelerators and you get all these crystals made, you're going to want to find, like we did in the last episode, these presses. So you can see we have the inscriber, the engineering, the logic, and the calculation press. And they end up making these 4 different circuits. So you've got a silicon, that's not really a circuit, but it's a printed silicon, engineering circuit from diamond, printed logic circuit from gold, and then these calculation circuits from, they come from, I think they come from just regular or pure Certus quartz, not the charged stuff, just the regular stuff. But yeah, so once you make those, then you can actually go in and use that to make other things. Like, for instance, you can make, let's see, storage, these guys, these storage cells. So, for instance, if you're going in to make, no, I don't want an Essentia, I just want the regular, there we go, regular storage. So if you're going to go make storage cells, for instance, if you want to make the 16K one, which I'm doing right here, you'll want to make some 4K and then some 1K, and then that's basically the stuff from AE1 that we've seen in the past. Right. And you'll want to put those in something else. So for instance, you'll want to use like an ME chest. This is a very basic way to make storage in Applied Energistics 2. You can feed RF energy directly into this ME chest. So that's really convenient. You can use that to get some basic level storage out of the way. Is that a katana? Is that a katana? Another cool thing is, so you know how the charged Certus quartz is very rare in the world? Well, they have this thing in Applied Energistics 2 called a charger. And you can throw in a regular Certus quartz crystal and feed some RF energy into it, and it will turn it into a charged Certus quartz crystal. How cool! So now you can take your, which then you can make those into the pure flux or fluix stuff, and yeah, it makes that much easier to get and attain. So that's really good there, because then you can use that to go ahead and make these inscribers and other stuff in ME, in the Applied Energistics and ME storage units. So let me show you real quick what an ME storage chest looks like, because I made one of those. I'm feeding a Tesseract energy RF into a storage chest. So ME chest right here. You click on the side, you can throw in your storage cell. So now all of my items that I have are in this storage cell. And you can see I'm using 43 different types as opposed to 43 different stacks. So that's one of the big things about the difference between Applied Energistics and the modular storage that we were using earlier from, what is it, it's RF Tools. So RF Tools runs off of stacks. So you can have different stacks of items, and those count towards your maximum amount of stacks. ME, Applied Energistics, runs off of types. So you can see here we have 43 different types of items, regardless of stack size. So for instance, I have 3,800 redstone, but it only counts as one type. And then in addition to that, you have a maximum number of bytes used, and I think one, maybe not. I think it's one item is a byte, so that essentially equates to 7,400 or 7,045 items, but I could be wrong about that. So someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so for now I'm just using this as my like base ore and mining type things chest. So I'm gonna put that in there. I don't want to put processed ores in here yet, just because you can only fit one storage cell in here, and I don't want to fill it up with processed things too much. I mean, I obviously have like blizz powder and sulfur dust and glass or whatever, but not too many things. So for now, we're just running it like that, and yes, we're going to run it like that for now, and that's going to be basically the way that we have this set up from the very beginning. After this, we're going to move into an actual storage unit, And let's see, to do that, we're going to start moving into things like the ME drive. So you have to make a drive, which is actually fairly easy. You can make a, where is it at? So we've got the drive, and we've got the, oh my gosh, where'd they put it? I know it's here somewhere. Show yourself. Nope, not an IE port. What do I want? I'm trying to find the thing. You know, the one thing. Oh, for instance, the one thing being like a crafting terminal or a regular terminal. Yeah, so we got terminals. Those are good. And let's see. I don't know what all this other stuff is yet. We're still learning. I wonder what a cell workbench is. I've always wondered about that, actually. Always. Forever. Yes. So, matrix frame. What are you? I don't even know. Yeah, so that'll be what we move into next with Applied Energistics. For now, it's just working as a very basic storage system. I still have my modular storage for things, that are a little odd, that don't really stack very well, or are the processed ores, things like that. And so far, it's been working out pretty great. I'm also doing some base decorations, obviously, that you can see here. We'll kind of take a look at those in the next episode. Oh, come back. We'll kind of take a look at those in the next episode. I also moved my Industrial Craft 2 items over here. But we'll take a look at all of that in the next episode. For now, what I've been doing lately is just filling up the silly reactor chamber. You can see it's kind of coming along a little bit with these galorium rods. Let me show you how quick or slow that process is. Oh gosh, what happened? R. There we go, 32. So what you do basically is throw all of your items into a crafting station, and because they don't leave, they don't like get thrown onto the floor whenever you're done. They you can reuse them for other items, and so you can just leave them in there, throw more items in, and then make up more as you get the materials. So my time lately has been filled with trying to get this silly reactor assembled because this thing is huge. And then after this, as you can see over here, I'm going to put what is this? Gelid cryothium. Come back. Gelid cryothium. Yes. And I thought it was going to behave like water, where you put a block at the top, a source block at the top, and then it just flows to the bottom, but the source block stays at the top. Apparently it's different than water in the fact that, oh my gosh, that was all of them? Good grief. In the fact that it fell all the way to the bottom here. So I started that way up there and it just fell, which means that I'm going to have to fill every single space in this chamber that's not a yellorium rod with this gelid cryothium, and that's going to be fun because that's a process to go through and make that stuff. So one of the things I'm going to do is set up some kind of automated thing that allows you to make that. So for instance, you have to take snowballs and then combine that with destabilized redstone in a fluid transposer, and that makes this blizz powder, which you then combine with saltpeter or niter, more snowballs and redstone to make this cryothium dust, which you can then where is it? Come on. Which you can then smelt. Yeah, you can then smelt that stuff. No, wait, that's not right. What do you do with it? Yeah, you magma crucible that into gelid cryothium and then put that back into a fluid transposer, and then you can use buckets to get it where you'd like it to be. Yeah, so that's really all I've been doing. I have a bunch of other things to go through. I want to go through that in the next episode so we don't fill it up too much in one. We're finally getting close to getting rid of the small reactor down here, moving up into a bigger, actual big reactor, because it'll be big after that. And then from there, we can actually start doing some more things. So like going into, further into IC2, doing things with, Ender IO or Draconic Evolution. I don't know if I want to get into that just yet. I have seen some things. I made a little tablet to kind of read through,
the different things about it. I know that I want to get into Thaumcraft or Botania. I haven't decided which one I want to start with yet, but I know I want to get into one of those. And bees. Bees are something. Oh wait, that's what I want to do. Bees are something that I want to get into eventually. I don't think just yet, but it's definitely something that I want to get into before too long, because I do enjoy doing that. It's a very diverse mod to go into. You can do a lot of different things with bees, especially in the resource gathering department. You can use them to make lots of different things. And speaking of bees, I wanted to come back to spawn because I saw a video last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was at this point, from Benito telling us that he had a Christmas present for us. Called it the Bee Lotto. And so let's read here. Bee Lotto. Merry Christmas. Your free gift is one click of the Bee Lotto. Only click once to claim your bee. So, Benito, I am clicking once, claiming my bee, just like you requested. Yay! I got a Lapis Queen. Let's see actually what was left. Oh, they were all left, except for one. Okay, cool. So that was actually pretty good. Pretty fortunate that I got a Lapis Queen. So thank you very much, Benito. I will try and find a way to repay you, or make another gift of equal value, I guess. Yeah, so thank you very much, Ben. That was fun. We'll have to figure out how to work that into our plans later. I would like to get, if I had to choose,
it's my big chance.
Yeah,
let's do this.
If I had to choose, what was I saying? If I had to choose which bee that I would want, it would probably be a glowstone bee at this point, because I have very little glowstone compared to everything else. And the bigger stuff in Applied Energistics does take a lot of glowstone from what I remember. So, for instance, let's look at this. Not that one. Do you take glowstone? You take glowstone. There you go. So those take glowstone. Those take more glowstone. It's the same thing, though. IE port. And so there's ways that you can make glowstone, those being, bees, or I saw this thing in Botania the other day that looked pretty cool. I don't know how difficult this would be to do. But you can take, let's see right here. You can use a conjuration catalyst and take one glowstone and turn it into 2 glowstones. So that's basically infinite glowstone from what it looks like here. I don't know if that's actually feasible or if there's a way to automate that. But that sure looks really cool. Not gonna lie, that looks really cool. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna call it on this episode. And we'll take a look at some other stuff in the next episode with our automation and things like that. But for now, thanks for jumping in here, guys. Coming along for the adventure. It's been fun. Sorry for the break in between recordings, but that happens sometimes, and it was fun. Thanks again, Benito, for the bee. Where's the bee? There's the bee. Yes. Thank you for the bee. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.